Drill builders. We are the manufacturers of the SR100. This is the orange and dark grey SR100. Then we're importing, we imported two of these 200 meter drill rigs, and then we changed all the details on the labels and stuff so that the person can understand what each of them does. The rest of the construction of these machines are quite sturdy, no real issues. We'll talk about the where we're going to use them and why they have got a place in the market, though they're not as reliably useful as a truck mounted rig. Here you can see there is another one with the rubber tracks. The rubber tracks one is a little bit cheaper, and it has the same functionality as the steel track one, which is that side. On this side we've got a white and grey, dark grey SR100. This SR100 actually, according to me, grows on you. I didn't initially like the color, but I'm now very happy with this color. Then on this side, we've got a 25 bar compressor with a 1050 CFM unit, and this one has already been prepared to run together with a SR100. It can take, the SR100 can take 100 meters worth of rods on board, and this 8-ton truck can take the other 100 meters of rods on board. So you can literally get to site with 200 meters worth of rods without any problems. This has a Cummins motor in, a common rail Cummins. So when you're working with any common rail engine, you don't want bad diesel. So if you're going to buy this and you're going into the middle of nowhere where you cannot guarantee to get 50 ppm, this is the wrong compressor. But if you're obviously there's advantages of a common rail. Obviously one of the big advantages is it's lighter on fuel than any of the direct injection machines. So there is places for this type of compressor, and then there is places for direct injection compressors. So here you can clearly see what we have in stock, ready to go. They have been put through their roadworthy. They have these ones, you will, though they're much cheaper than the SR100s, you still need a way to transport them, and that can be expensive. So if you're working inside somebody's yard and you don't want any damage to be done to the paving, and you literally need rubber tracks, this is the machine for you. That one is for general work. It has steel tracks. You can still get it into yards and put down some conveyor belt just to make sure that you don't damage stuff. And this is more sturdy. The guys are using them at the solar panel farms to drill these solar panels. This is also capable of doing mud rotary. It has a mud box at the bottom, and it currently works with 89mm rods and 2 3/8 IF threading. So the table has got a nice setup. At the end of the day, all these machines, Trax machines, have got Cummins motors in. The Cummins motors are, the warranty is carried by Cummins here in South Africa. Even the compressors, Cummins motor has, we've transferred the warranty so that the warranty is here in South Africa. Now let's talk about the truck. Here we've got an 8-ton truck. This is a relatively well-known brand, the FAW. We're using this because this is basically the cheapest 8-ton truck that has got a reasonable lifetime, and that doesn't give you too much of a hassle. As you can see, we've added a pipe rack for your arrows on board, and we've added these steps on both sides so that you can get up and down, off and on to the compressor. So yeah, at the end of the day, you with the SR100 you need a 2-truck setup. One truck can go into small spaces. The other truck with a 30-meter hose stands outside the yard, and you can supply your air from far. Same principle will also work with the Trax rigs. They all can do 200 meters. Though the track rig has got a 7.5-ton pullback, the SR100 has a 14-ton pullback if you put the pressure up to 180 bar. Now, you can have a look at the details of the SR100. We've got a Hammer Oil lubricator. That is an automatic Venturi-based Hammer Oil lubricator. It runs with a 4-cylinder Deutz engine, air-cooled, so there's no radiators that block up, though you still have to clean up the vanes on the cylinders. Suction hoses has got close or valves that you can close. Hydraulic tank is situated in the middle. The engine is situated right in front, so that it is far away from where you're drilling to reduce the amount of dust getting there. We've got a water tank on with a foam pump. The foam pump, let me go to the other side and show you the foam pump. Here it is. It's a high pressure 21 liter per minute Swift pump. It's hydraulically driven, and it just supplies you dust suppression capability when you need it. Our hydraulic tank has an in-tank filter with a 750 liter per minute return value or return line capacity, so you don't have any restrictions on the hydraulic oil flowing back, and you only have to change the filter every 1,000 hours. Then on the rotary head, we have a new development on these two, where we've made replaceable bushes, so you don't need to cut it off. You can just replace the bush and the shaft as they wear out. They're taper locked, so inside and outside on the rotary head. We've got a winch. If you look at the top, the winch has a 500 kilogram capacity, and it is there to bring a hammer close by. It's actually, people have been using it to lower PVC casing up to 100 meters, no problem. Then, as you can see, we've got LED lights on the system. There's 4 of them, and they give you ample light so that you can complete the job before or even after the sun has gone down. The SR100 is a capable rig. It has a, as I said, 14-ton pullback, and it has a 4,800 Newton meter rotary head. We've got pressure gauges on each of the stages of the hydraulic pump, as well as a air pressure gauge that gives you the pressure that you are drilling at. Very handy when you're installing a new hammer. You can literally just make a note of the pressure, and when it has fallen 2 bar while you are drilling, you know the hammer is finished. You need to replace it. Service every 250 hours. You need to add your or change the engine oil and the fuel filter and the oil filter. And on the air filter, as it is part of your service, you'll change that, but you might also want to change the air filter after about 150 hours, just to be safe that you don't have issues there. Then let's talk about the truck. The truck is a FAW 8.140 FL-MT. What it means, it is not automatic, it's the manual version with 140 horsepower Cummins motor. It is a 5-ton load capacity truck, and it is actually, if you're standing here, as you can see, my hand, if I lift my hand up, I am standing in front of the truck, and that is basically the height of what you will have to work with getting into places. So wherever you can stand with your hands right up, well, you need to be at least 1.82 long to make sure that you can guide or estimate the correct height. That is where you will see this. So yeah, simplicity was our idea with the SR100. It is a straightforward rig. There is everything there that you need to make money. That's why you buy these rigs. And there is very few items that you really don't need. So our aim with these rigs is to have one in every town to handle the small space drilling. So a guy there, you need at least one in either a town or a city to make it work for you. Then at the end of the day, when you're buying a rig like this, you will buy the rig with one truck, and you will buy a compressor with a compressor truck. And then you might also need, if you're doing mud rotary, you might also need to buy a mud pump. This will most probably be the things that happen when you're drilling at the coast. You want to be able to handle mud rotary. The rotary head handles the mud rotary through with a through shaft, so there's no issues with handling mud rotary or DTH with this rotary head. That is my story, and even though I would have liked to do this with a group of bikini ladies standing around, which will make drillers much more inclined to have a look at what they see. This is what we've got, and they're beautiful ladies. These ones, we built them. We've got 2 in the workshop currently being done, and these are the last of the ones that I've imported. So have a look, give me a ring. Here is my details. Contact us to have a look and see what we can do. Remember, each one of these machines are actually job creations. They SR100, you need at least 3 people to operate the machines. So you need 1 driver on the compressor truck, 1 driver on the drill truck, and then you need at least 1 assistant. So at the end of the day, most people use 4 people to operate these operations, and then you still have the lady in the office that's doing the paperwork. So a machine like this creates at least 5 jobs, and then these machines are mostly for specialized work, and again, you need your people to do that. We have these items in stock, as well as drill rods. As you can see, there's a bunch of drill rods. I think I've got still 67 Schedule 80 drill rods available. There at the back, there's another bunch of drill rods. So give our sales department a call, and we will set you up with what you need.